What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video. And wow, what a Monday it is today, and what a crazy last week it has been. To say the least, there is blood in the streets. All throughout, every project getting annihilated. The red is across the board, and I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to let you know what I think. Is this really going to be some sort of, bad ending to what has been happening in crypto the past, I'd say, year and a half since we've been going up, right? Now, a lot of you are probably new to this space in the sense that you may have gotten in right around here at the beginning of the market picking up, and then probably even more of you got in though later in 2021, let's say like the summer around here. Either way, you're looking at something that has for the most part just been going up with the exception of this big fall off, but then we went up even higher, and now we're seeing something really ugly happening, okay? And I'm just going to give you a little backstory about my crypto journey, and hopefully it helps shine some light on the situation for you. Then I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen, how it affects Axie, and maybe some pieces of advice for you to take with you going into whatever the next year plus might look like. I'm going to take you on a journey, but I'm going to make it really quick for you at the same time. I first got exposed to crypto in 2015, probably right around here. Now, I didn't invest, I just got exposed to it. I started playing poker a lot more seriously at the time online, and I had to use Bitcoin to transact and send it into the client. So I went to Coinbase, I figured out what that was. Back then there was only Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin on Coinbase. I probably bought one Bitcoin for like $400 or $500. I won a tournament that week for over $5,000. Essentially cashed all that out back into Bitcoin because I had to withdraw in BTC as well. And I didn't even bother thinking well, what is this currency? What does it mean? I just sold it to my bank immediately, right? 10 Bitcoin, boom, gone. Over the next few years, I had that happen. I would sell a Bitcoin here and there, even as it went up to 4,000, I was still, winning and cashing out tournaments, not bothering to look into the tech. I got swooped into it and caught up in the craze in 2017 as we started to go up to 20K, thinking, wait a minute, I've been exposed to Bitcoin. I kind of know what this is. Let me dig a little deeper, see what the fuss is about. Made my first conscious buys into crypto here. Bought 4 Litecoin at 60 bucks. That was my very first purchase. Watched it go up to $450 and then crash all the way back down. Essentially, what you need to know is that I lived through this, where Bitcoin went from $20,000 all the way back down to $3,400, right? This is an insane correction. Respectfully, you had Ethereum, which was even worse. Ethereum went from $1,500 roughly all the way down, if you see here, under $100. Someone actually tweeted about this. This is SasselOX on Twitter. You think this is pain? $1,400 to $80 was pain, right? 94% down in less than a year. We held on, we came back stronger. That's true. So for me, I never invested more than $10,000 total over this entire stretch of time because I didn't really have any money. But every little bit that I would make from poker after I paid my life expenses, I would keep some of it in crypto and hold on to it. I started to accumulate Ethereum at these low prices. I accumulated pieces of a Bitcoin. I'd buy 10% of one, 15% of one down here. And then eventually, after being patient throughout all of that, because I loved crypto, I believed in it, I wanted a decentralized world and financial system. So I held, I never sold, I just bought, and eventually along came Axie Infinity for me. And it was like a dream come true, where I found there was finally a good blockchain gaming, NFT gaming project. And that was all the way over here in 2021 when the market started to rise back up, got into AXS at 55 cents. All of that together accumulated into me making back those 10 Bitcoin that I had sold in 2015, plus honestly quite a bit more than that through trading and the AXS profits and trying to flip and make moves throughout this whole process, which you get a knack for doing once you've been in the space a while. So this whole story of success for me came from a lot of perseverance, a lot of heartache, and a lot of me sticking to what I believe in, right? Which is Web3, Bitcoin, a decentralized form of currency. I think it's the best form of money that we have seen in our lifetime, perhaps the best form of money in human history. It is hard money, sound, divisible. It moves through space. You can send it from here to China, no problem. No one gets in the way. It's magnificent digital gold, better than gold because it's actually hard capped at 21 million. We don't know the exact supply of gold in the entire universe. Where are we now? It looks to me, and I've been saying this to Theban for some time, that we're just in a repetitive cycle here. This is what the market does. This right here, we go to 1500 and then lived in hell for 2 years, right? Nothing was moving. Tons of fake outs. You think, oh, we're going back up. No, just kidding. We're going down further. And now it kind of seems like the same thing, just at a higher price point. My prediction is that Bitcoin probably goes as low as $20,000 and sits there for probably quicker than it did last time because the space is more developed. So I think maybe a year, year and a half, not much movement, trades sideways, and then we take off again. How does this affect Axie Infinity? Well, probably pretty terribly. It's going to affect the entire market. Even Ape, who looked like indestructible recently, is just getting destroyed. This ran all the way up to $22. We're back down to $9. On the NFT side of things, Apes were just selling for 160 Ethereum like a week or two ago. We're down to 88. Mutants, it's the same story. They're down to, I think, 17 or 18 Ethereum, and they were just trading at 41. There is complete obliteration and annihilation happening across all fronts, okay? I mean, don't even get me started on SLP. I don't even know. I don't even look. It's under a penny. And this is just what happens. Bitcoin dictates the entire market. The smaller market cap stuff gets completely destroyed. Ron is way down. Now remember, I bought all of my Ron, I think at $2, $2.10 or so. And yeah, not looking too hot. But this is why whatever you get involved in, you need to have long-term conviction on. Otherwise, you are going to fail in this space because it is too volatile. It is too aggressive. No normal-minded person can really stomach it. You have to believe in the future of a decentralized system, economy, and Web 3.0 where people are empowered to own their own assets. And if you can get through the shit show of it, then there's so much money to be made and so much opportunity to be had and fulfillment. Okay, guys, life isn't easy. The success comes from getting through the difficult times, and then you can breathe a little easier after that. One of the final things that I want to say before I wrap up this video is, for one, super bullish on Axie long term. One thing that I have now in this potentially upcoming bear market is a game I love to play and a community. So before, in 2018, 2019, I was just holding and crying and buying at these low prices, but there wasn't anything to play. There was no good NFT space or NFT game really happening. And now we're still going. We're building strong. People are out here. We have something very special that is developing. And, Origin, I've been critical. We're not there yet. It's so new. It's not balanced, etc. But I think that it can get there. And we need to rally and stay strong during this time. And remember, why we're in it. If you believe we should own our assets in gaming especially, then you will survive this and probably come out on top. If you were here to make a quick buck, to get rich fast, then you're probably gonna sell whatever you have left and take a big loss, and then those people probably will come back in when things start to get hot again. That's just kind of how this works. So obviously, be safe out there. When I had like $5,000 to my name and 80 or 90% of it was in crypto, and then that dropped down to seeing my portfolio be worth like $1,000 or whatever, that hurt a lot. That's a lot of money at the time for me. It wasn't easy, and I had many moments where I questioned why I was bothering with this type of like suffering, but it all worked out and it all paid off. And I think that for anyone who's considering what to buy as the market goes down, I truly am like a boomer in this sense that Bitcoin is my top recommendation. I think a lot of people might be surprised at what it does when we really start to hit even further lows, how it can separate itself from the market. I saw it happen last time where I was buying a lot of cheaper stuff too because the prices were so low, and I would think, well, I can either buy 3 or 4 Ethereum or I can buy 10% of a Bitcoin. A lot of time I'd buy the Ethereum, which of course is a blue chip and a very nice bet as well. But then Bitcoin decouples itself from the market a lot of the time, and it can rise up at different moments when the rest of the market is dragging its feet. And my point is that this is the king, and I think it should be everyone who's serious about crypto, it should be everyone's goal to try to own at least one Bitcoin. I think that that's really something that you will be able to rest easy at night holding. And if you accumulate slowly over the course of the next year and a half, 2 years, then you will be surprised probably at how much you're able to accumulate. As far as the gaming side of things, Yeah, AXS, Ron, of course, I love Axie. I think that there's a lot of opportunity there too. Maybe be a little safer, dollar cost average in better. Don't just buy it all at one time, but space out your buys. That's kind of true for everything with investing, to be honest. NFTs, be extremely cautious, as you needed to be during the bull cycle, because it's even higher speculation and it's not a liquid asset. You can't just move it out if you want to. You actually have to list the NFT and then sell it, which sometimes isn't the easiest thing to do. So it could get very interesting. I believe we're going to go lower than this. I think Bitcoin probably over the next couple months goes to 20K. I could be wrong. Maybe it bounces back and we continue upward. Seems pretty unlikely at this point, but hang in there. Know that I am here with you. I will be putting out content and videos. The team of Axie is working on their economy. You got to remember how early you are and we are to the scene, right? So you either can be patient here and, in my opinion, reap rewards, or just be angry and upset and, basically probably get weeded out of the community. But I am just one opinion. Maybe the entire thing goes to zero. That's something that everyone signs up for when they get into crypto, knowing that there's like a very, very small possibility of that happening. But there's also a possibility of the dollar completely collapsing and going to zero too. So there's always risk involved. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Be safe. Be smart. Whenever you get tons of profit, like we did in the summer, if you got in around here and then this happened and then this happened and you were buying stuff and making a killing, if you weren't taking profits there, that is a tragedy and something to learn from, hopefully to never make that mistake again. Even if it's a project you love, it's fine to shave off some profit and take it off the table, pad your bank account a little bit, pad some stable coins a little bit. And now I'm excited for this to happen because I have some money to the side and I'm waiting to see how low this shit drops. And I'm probably going to be buying a bunch of assets when the timing feels right, or at least spacing out those buys. All right, yeah, on that note, love you guys. Gonna be putting out some new content, Axie content, a couple new Origin builds. I'm enjoying Origin sometimes. It's definitely got a long way to go, but I see the potential and I'm just trying to keep an open mind. I encourage everyone to do the same. Leave a comment, let me know what you wanna see next. Let me know how you're dealing with this. Stay calm, take it one day at a time. Sometimes don't check the market. Go outside a little more if you can. I know I'm terrible at that. I always check the market no matter what. But maybe it's worth at least trying to give yourself some space. Love you guys. Catch you in the next video. Peace.